Hello everyone. In this video, I will guide you through the new MultiselectPicklist control from Xrmforyou.com. So what this control basically does, in out-of-the-box CRM, for a picklist control, you can only select one value. However, there are scenarios in which you would like to select multiple values for a picklist control, and this tool lets you do exactly the same. So let's see how this tool works. The tool comes in the form of a managed solution. Once you install the managed solution, you open up the solution and go to the configuration page. So let me just click on this configuration one more time. As soon as you select the configuration, all the entities which are customizable will load in this particular. Please note that currently we are offering two versions. One is a free version and one is a licensed version, or rather the full version. So the free version has certain limitations, including like you can only configure the MultiSelect tool for out-of-the-box entities. Custom entities are not supported in the free version. Apart from that, there are a couple of other functionalities as well that are only covered in the licensed version, but the free version doesn't have that. And I will come through those functionalities once I walk you through those. So let's start. So for this demo, I will select case. So once I select case, all the option sets which are there for the case will load up. This may take some time depending on how many option sets you have and the customizations you have made in your environment. Now in this demo, I will select the case origin code. The display name is origin. So there can be a scenario that your case might have come through multiple channels and you want to record more than one channel when the case is being logged. So I have selected origin here, and I will select this button so that it is enabled for MultiSelect. And then I go ahead and click on save. So it will save the configurations. Okay, my configurations are saved successfully. So I now go to the case form and I will insert this MultiSelect control for case origin code. So let me go to customizations and open the form of the case. I open the case main form. Okay, so I can see there is already a origin field here, which is the out of the box one. I don't need that because now I want the user to select more than one case origin. So I will go ahead and remove that. Instead of that, I will place my own controls. So in this particular multi-select configuration, the moment you enable an option set for multi-select, two fields gets created for that. Okay, so one you will find like multi-select for the case origin code, the other is multi-select level for case origin code. Now this is same for all your option sets that you configure. So the format would be one in the format of MultiSelect for, and then your schema name of that particular option set, and the other is MultiSelect level for schema name of that option set. So I will drag and drop both the controls on the form. And mind you, these are the steps which are absolutely necessary to make this MultiSelect control work for your page. And I do not want to display this particular field, so I will hide both of them. Okay, I have hidden both of them. Now the main thing starts, which will show the control. First I select a web resource and I search for the web resource that ships with its solution. So it is ms_control.html. So I search for that. and as you can see, it has found it out. And now comes the web resource naming. Normally, web resource naming, we just usually name any relevant or anything which makes sense. But for this particular control, web resource naming is of prime importance. And if you do not name the web resource properly, this multi-select control will not render. However, there is a specific format of this web resource naming. So your web resource should always start with Xrmforyou underscore MultiSelect underscore your option set schema name. So it should be case origin code here. Okay, so this is your Xrmforyou underscore MultiSelect underscore case origin code. This is the format that is usually followed, and for all the option sets that you configure. So for example, if you have another option set called test option set 1, to configure the multi-select control for test option set, you need to name it Xrmforyou underscore multi-select underscore test option set 1. Label, let's say I want to display a label. It's up to your choice. It makes no difference to the control. I come to formatting and say number of rows as 6, and I do not want to display the border. Okay. So I have inserted my multi-select control. Now there is another step. You go to home, then form properties, and there you need to add one form load event for this multi-select control to render. So first I add the library, and it is ms underscore form event. So I search for that. Okay, perfect. It has added to the library, and I then click on add function and select my library and the method name. Copy and paste. So this is the exact method name that you need to give, and this is documented out in our documentation guide as well in our website. So you won't have any problems. You can just refer the documentation and it will guide you through all the steps. So I click on save. My configurations is saved on the form, so I click on publish now. My configurations are published, so I will just go ahead and open a new case. My case form has loaded, and I will name the case as multi-select test for case customer. I will select any random customer here, probably this one, and as you can see, the case origin is currently loading. As you can see, my case origin multi-select control has rendered with all the options, and I select that my case origin from phone as well as email. So the user who logged in the request, he actually called up as well as sent an email. So I select multi-select here, and I click on save. Okay, so my selection has been saved successfully, and it is reloading. And as you can see, after reloading, my selection is still maintained. Now let's see in the update mode how it works. You just come to this particular page and say from phone and email, I change it to just phone and web. And since autosave is enabled, it just saved. It's reloading. So after I have made the changes, let me just reopen this particular form. And let's see whether my selections are being maintained here. And as you can see, the last time I selected phone and web, so it's being maintained. So far so good. Now there are multiple scenarios on which this control works. Okay, so for example, if you have a view where you need to show, this control will show for the view as well. For that, couple of things you need to do is you need to configure the multi-select level field that gets created when you configure an option set for multi-select control. So let's see how to do that. The first thing is we'll navigate to the views and see what the active view contains. So let's open the active view of the cases. And we can see that the out-of-the-box origin field is there in the active view. However, we do not want this field, right? So we'll go ahead and remove this particular field. And instead of that, we'll place our own level field that gets formed when you configure an option for multi-select. So, but before I could use it, I will name it to something more relevant. I switched to the custom fields and I could see my level control for case origin code. So I will change the display name of it to something which makes more sense. Say for example, case origin, yeah, and save and close. And now we'll come back to the view again. And after case number, I will just insert the case origin. See. Oops, I think it's not reflected. So let me just reopen this view one more time. I have reopened my view and let's see whether the case origin is reflected. Yes, it is reflected. So I select case origin and probably since there are multiple values in that, I make it a bit bigger. So 300px. Oops, some out of the box errors here. So I just click save and close. And now I go ahead and publish my changes. Okay, my changes are being published and I will just launch the active cases view and see. Okay, so as you can see, the multi-select selection is being displayed in the view. So currently, if you observe carefully, the separator is a forward slash. However, the separator can be customized as per your needs, depending on what is suitable for your organization. If you feel that your multi-select separator should be something else, probably a comma or a pipe or whatever symbol you want, it can be added and configured for your environment. Okay, so we are done with form saving, form update. We are done with displaying the view. Now there are a couple of other functionalities that needs to be covered as a part of the multi-select control, and whatever functionalities I am telling now is available only in the licensed version. Till all this time, all these functionalities are even available in the free version, but the coming functionalities are not present in the free version. Couple of other functionalities that this tool takes into account are saving from editable grids and the data upload feature. Okay, so for example, if you are uploading from an Excel file, so how this will take care of. Okay, so let's see first the editable grid. Okay, so my editable view has loaded and My case origin field is there. So how would you exactly populate your case origin for a particular record in case of a multi-select control? So all you need to do is like you need to type the names as it is, or the display values of your pick list. So for example, web and then phone. So I say my case originated from web as well as phone. Be sure that you type exactly the same text what is there in the multi-select pick list. So I type that and I use / as the separator because this is what this environment is configured with. I click on save now. Hopefully it has saved now. So let's see whether my changes has got saved from the editable grid. I click on edit, and if you remember we selected phone and web. So let's see whether those particular values are reflected in the multi-select control. Perfect. So the phone and the web are being reflected here. Similarly, if you are uploading data from an Excel file, all you need to do is like in that multi-select level field, you need to put the exact display values of the option sets separated by the separator that is configured for your environment. And currently it was / in my demo, and it will go ahead and update the picklist control for your records. So that sums up the demo for the multi-select picklist control. If you want a free version, you can reach our website www.xrmforyou.com and visit the products page, or you can drop us a note at info@xrmforyou.com. For licensed version and pricing, please drop a note at info@xrmforyou.com and we'll get in touch with you. Thanks for watching the demo. Have a nice day.